Seguimos aquí en Puerto Rico Comic Con 2015 y a mi lado me encuentro con una leyenda viviente del mundo de los cómics, el señor Whilce Portacio. Whilce, thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Such a good honor. This is the first time here in Puerto Rico, right?
Yes, beautiful, beautiful place.
What do you think of the Puerto Rico Comic Con?
This is pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know there were this many fans here.
Yeah, there are. I want to ask you that how do you compare the difference of the comic publishing back in the 90s and now in the 2015? Do you see any difference?
Well, now any business that has a product wants the world, the audience out there to know the product. So we're very lucky today that the whole world knows about comic books and superheroes. Look at all the toys, look at all the games, look at all the movies. Everybody knows. I mean, even my grandmother brings comics from her friends for me to sign. So everybody knows that. And so that's a very, very big difference. Because now we can do something and we can know everybody might have a chance to look at it.
Okay, back in the days when you created Bishop, you thought that you would get this big success back now with the movies, X-Men Days of the Future Past. What are your thoughts about that?
No, we never thought that. Because back then, the only convention was San Diego and Chicago, and maybe sometimes San Francisco, WonderCon. And they were small conventions still. So we didn't know how the fans reacted. We didn't even know there were fans. So all we concentrated on was doing the work. And it would take us 12 weeks to do one issue. And then the next day we do the next issue. The next day do the next issue. So we hoped somebody was reading it, but we never knew that people would read it. So to see them on the screen, I mean, that's $1 million, a lot of money to do a movie. So that means there's a lot of people that thought Bishop would be someone everybody wants to see. Okay, so that's a big decision. And so I'm really, really flattered that one, he's on the screen, and two, if you remember, I created Bishop, and then I did 3 issues of X-Men with Bishop in him, and then I quit. I did Image.
Then you went to Image, right?
Yeah, I only did 3 issues, and I'm very, very proud that even though Bishop didn't have a huge role in the movie, what was on the screen of Bishop was the character and the powers I did in my creations. Right. Even though there were lots of other issues and storylines with Bishop later on, what is on the screen right now is my creation.
Good. And now you said Image Comics. How do you feel that it's a very big influence in the comic book world back when the Image Comic was founded?
Yeah. No, I am also very, very proud of that, because when we started it was the 7 of us, and we didn't want to. We knew there was going to be a big, bright future, and we knew we each had to be free to explore any new avenue that we want. So we set up the company so that I would not have any decisions over what Rob did, or what Tom did, or what Jim did. Okay, and then vice versa. They wouldn't have any control over me. And I'm glad that has survived in the company, because Walking Dead 100 as an example, it made 380,000 copies, and that was, at that time especially, twice Marvel and DC's best comic book. And I'm very proud that all the money that Robert Kirkman earned on that book, we didn't take any of that. So whatever, we just made a playground, and that was the original intent. Make a playground so that independents could come, create what they wanted to create. And if they did it good, they did it well, and they got rewards from it, give it to them, so that then they could do some more things after that. And I'm glad that it's still surviving that way.
Yeah, but do you keep in touch with them, with Eric, Farley?
Oh, yeah.
Even Mark Silvestri, I love when they did Cyberforce. That was awesome, man. And then, what do you think? Something important. There was a time when you were in Image Comics that when Wetworks was gonna come out, there was like this hype, and then suddenly I say like, when it's coming out, what happened at the time? It was like you were taking time to bring a better product. What happened?
Well, that was part of it, but the other part was, see, I am in Filipino culture. I'm what's called a kuya. Okay, I'm the oldest son, and I'm also the favorite.
Favorite.
Yeah, and so I was from a very young age always pushed to basically handle the family and help out with my brothers and sisters. And I did that, and I did it very well, and I actually enjoyed it. And so I was kind of, with my dad, I was, the protector. At that time, my sister passed away. And I was those young guys, Iron Man, nothing can happen.
Yeah.
I'm so talented, no matter what. If comics died, I could go do painting or I could do something else. There's no problem. And then my sister passed away, and I couldn't stop that. And so I had to take a while off, just to come to terms with the fact that I'm not God, and I'm not Superman. I'm just a normal person, and you can only try, and that's what's really what it's worth. As long as you try hard, even if you fail, at least you tried, and at least the people around you know you tried, and they will appreciate that. And so it took me a while to come over the fact that I couldn't save everybody, I couldn't stop life, and it was good too because it allowed me to develop certain different storylines and relationships within Webworks that I originally didn't have in it before that.
And now, many people are asking, what are your current projects right now? What are you working on?
I'm working on a digital product right now. I'm going to try an experiment for 6 months. Starting in August, I'm with this company with a couple other artists. I can't name them now, but they're named comic artists, and I think 2 of them are named gaming concept artists. And we're going to try experiment because we want to try. I've been wanting to try to bring in other fans into comics that don't normally buy comics. And so we're going to try first with the gaming crowd. We're going to try to get gamers interested. And with our research, we found that gamers don't like to wait 30 days for the next comic book. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a subscription online comic book. But what instead of 20 pages every 30 days, we're going to do 4, 5, or 6 pages every week.
Oh, that's awesome.
So every week you can turn there and you get content, and it keeps continuing. And hopefully that experiment will bring in another crowd. But again, that's going to be 6 months every week, 4 to 5 pages online in a subscription. And that is basically an invasion story where physicists are now, the rock stars to kids today, and like hockey, Stephen Hawking. And so we're doing a different invasion instead of the invasion already happening, and then how can we fight them? The invasion, what would really happen? Our telescopes would see them from very, very far out. So we would have months or maybe a year. And so in that year, the time clicks, and the physicists figure out the aliens, figure out the defense before the aliens come. And so while the scientists on Earth are trying to figure that out, we've sent a pre-scout party over there. They have somehow escaped and tricked onto the main battleship, and now the top clicks for them too. And before the year's up, before they get to Earth, can they somehow bring the battle cruiser down too? So it's going to be a big, action-packed science fiction thing full of monsters and a lot of that.
And we've been looking forward to that. Believe me, that will be wow.
I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram and Twitter, Whilce Portacio, WHILCE.PORTACIO. I love you guys. This is my first time here. I've been here since Wednesday, so what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And I'm still here till tomorrow too, so we're gonna take some tours tomorrow. I absolutely love this place. I'm now in love with this place. But I have to sadly say I can't live here because the food is too good here. The food is too good. I'm gonna get too fat here.
Okay.
I've never been somewhere where I can't find bad food. And I'm a foodie. I love food. And so the whole week we've just been trying Puerto Rican food. And I'm now crazy.
Wow, thanks again, man. Such an honor. Recuerden, vamos a seguir aquí en Puerto Rico Comic Con 2015 y para más noticias de gaming, internet y entretenimiento pueden entrar a www.cacogamer.com. Así que vamos a seguir, chequeamos.